Back again, Rashida Strober, bringing it to y'all back to back to back to back to back today. Letting y'all know how I feel, letting y'all know the truth, letting y'all know how this colorism, this dark skin topic even came about online. I'm going to keep letting y'all know. I'm going to keep spitting the dark skin activist heat, spitting the dark skin activist truth, because that's what I'm supposed to do. I created Dark Skin Activism, which is the very first platform in 1998. No dark skin chicks, no brown skin chicks, no light skin chicks was talking about dark skin or colorism except for Cola Booth. And I ran into dark skinned woman after dark skinned woman that disagreed with everything I had to say about being a dark skinned female. They tried to suppress everything I had to say. And even when I brought the topic of colorism and dark skin online, people was disagreeing with me left and right until they got a YouTube channel, until they needed some content for their channel, until they needed some content for their brands. This is the hypocrisy that I have to deal with as the dark skin activist, being the pioneer, being the originator, being the leader. And it's so much misinformation that's put out. But I got a book that's coming out. I got a book that I'm going to release. And in the book, I'm going to write about the people on social media that stole from my brand. I'm going to tell my truth in my book. Because I don't want to leave this earth without people knowing the people that come behind me that's going to be talking about dark skin, darkism in the future. They need to know why and how it became a topic. And they need to know about the struggle that I went through and how the biggest irony of it all that I never even saw coming, that people would mock me and then copy me. And people tell me, oh, you should just, people are always telling you to leave something alone. Usually they're telling you to leave something alone because they know you're right. People don't tell you to leave stuff alone when it ain't nothing, there's actually nothing to it. They tell you to leave stuff alone when they know you actually telling the truth. You keeping that thing 100. You keeping that thing real. They know that you're telling the truth. So that's why they want you to leave it alone. They don't want the truth to be uncovered. But I'm not going to leave it alone. It's my truth. It's the story of the dark skin activists. And the book is coming out soon. It's called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober Story. And if you want to get on the list for the book, you need to go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. Darkskinactivist.com, because that's where I'm going to be releasing the information when I come out with my book called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober Story. And I got a chapter in there to tell y'all the details of how people on social media mocked me, followed me in secret. Someone was so sneaky and low down about it. And then they copied me. Yes. So for all you folks that sit up here and think that this colorism trend and wave just appeared and that you watch these people's channels that ain't give a damn about colorism, this is the woman they stole from. I'm the woman they stole from, and I will not be silent. I will not leave it alone. I'm going to actually write about it. I'm going to put it in a book. I'm going to put it in words for you to read so that you understand. Because I have a right to do that. It's your duty to learn and understand the origin story of a thing, of anything. Everything got an origin story. Don't think for 1 minute that things, people, places, the earth got an origin story. It's many theories on how the earth developed. So you gonna sit here and tell me the earth is way bigger than Rashida Strober? Because I'm going to go back to the earth when I drop dead. You mean to tell me that if the earth got an origin story, you mean to tell me the topic of colorism coming online doesn't have an origin story? Well, I'll tell you, it does. And it started with me. And I'm putting all the information in my book. My website, you bookmark it, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. And the people that's telling me to leave it alone and let it go, they just don't want me to drop the truth. But I'm a truth teller. Call me Rashida Strober, the dark skin activist, the truth teller. I always tell the truth. I tell it to you raw and real, whether you like it or not. I tell the straight up truth. People get angry with the truth. Ever notice that? Folks get angry with the truth and they try to suppress it. Why would anyone want the truth suppressed? Ask yourself that. People that's telling me to let this go, don't talk about it, leave it alone. Why would you want the truth suppressed? Think about that. And this is what I'm trying to understand from these people that don't want me to speak my truth, that don't want me to say people stole from Rashida Strober. Whole channels stole from Rashida Strober. They all stole. That's why you see I'm over here by myself. And let me tell you something. I got no problem with being by myself in terms of this YouTube lane. Because I came in this YouTube lane honest and real and true. And I don't mesh well with fake people. You don't see me clicking up with these chicks. You ain't gonna never see me. They gotta prove themselves to be real to me. It ain't no proving ground for me because I already done proved myself. You'll never see me linking up. I don't gotta click up and link up with nobody. I don't have to do that. Because when you got the truth on your side, when you tell the truth, it's explosive. You see, the truth is always going to come to light anyway. The truth does not need nobody's help. The truth just is. And people just discover it. It might take some time for them to discover what's really going on, what really happened. But over time, people will discover. Don't ever underestimate the intelligence of human beings in their quest for understanding. Because history has proven over and over and over. We can even look at, let's go back to American history, where they say Columbus discovered America. That was the narrative for a long time. But then we discovered that it was other people that came before Columbus. Shout out to the scholar that wrote the book, They Came Before Columbus, Ivan Van Sertima. Go read his book. He's one of the many scholars that exposed the truth. That no, it was not Columbus here first. Nah, we had other groups like the Olmecs that came before Columbus. So there's always an insatiable desire and always an insatiable search for the truth that human beings innately have. Same thing gonna happen with this whole dark skin colorism conversation and how it was ripped off and stolen by these unscrupulous individuals on YouTube. Dishonest individuals on YouTube. And people, well, you're going to get the truth to, well, why, Rashida, are your views lower? And these people have bigger views. You're going to get the truth. The truth is going to come out. Baby, the truth going to set you free. It always does. I don't depend on people. I depend on the truth. One thing I've learned in this world, people, you can never depend on human beings like that. You got to depend on the power of God or whatever you believe in to expose the truth. That's what you have to depend on. Let me just get you off of here because can't nobody do nothing bigger and better than me. What people could do is steal and take. I can't stop people from stealing and taking. See, that's where you confuse that. Let's address that. You hollering about somebody doing something bigger and better. No, that's not what went down. That's why I ain't gonna even talk about that right now. I'm gonna write about it in my book. You gotta wait to read my book because you don't know the truth. That's why you made that ignorant statement. You don't know the truth. You think you know the truth. You think you know. A lot of people think they know, but they don't know the truth. I know the truth. I know the truth, and the people that stole and ripped off from me, they know the truth as well. We and YouTube knows the truth. I would also have to include YouTube up in this whole game. Yeah, you say YouTube? You say Rashida, you throwing YouTube up in, how could YouTube have anything to do with people plagiarizing your content on dark skin, darkism, and colorism? Well, you're gonna have to wait for my book to come out, because I'm not gonna even keep on talking about that. I'm not gonna keep on giving y'all the truth for free. If you want the truth, you're gonna have to go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, get yourself on the list, become a member, and when I drop my book, Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story, you're gonna get that truth. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how YouTube has something to do with the suppression of my views, while these other people, their views went up. That's a YouTube thing. It ain't got nothing to do with somebody doing something better. You don't know what the hell you talking about. You are all off. I have the facts. I hold the key to the facts, not you. And that's the thing. People should never speak on what they don't know about. You do not know what you are talking about at all. You do not know about the deception, the suppression, the lies. You don't know nothing about none of that. You have no idea about any of that. So why would you even use your fingers to type about what you don't know about? Give me facts. See, I can respect the person that would come to me and say, Rashida, okay, this is what I researched and this is what happened. And I can look at those findings and examine it and say, okay, if this lines up with the facts or not. You don't know what you're talking about. So do not, just a word of advice. If you don't know about something, if you don't have the facts of something, don't come making these rash statements. Don't come making these broad statements, because they're unfounded. They are not true. You don't know what you are talking about. And nobody could ever do dark skin activism better than the creator. Don't ever get it fucked up. That's your opinion. But I deal with what is factual. And you deal with opinions because you don't have the facts. But I'm going to drop all the facts in my book. And let me tell you, there's some inklings of the facts that's already in some of my books. Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. Anybody that read that book, they already know the deal. Anybody that read my book, Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment, you know the deal. I gave you some of the facts. I dropped some of the jewels about how these fakes came on YouTube, watched me for years, and ripped off my brand. How the fuck you gonna be better than the creator? That's just like saying a knockoff of Gucci is better than Gucci. Not. I was just in the store the other day, yeah, with my light-skinned boyfriend, and he was showing me a knockoff of a pair of Nikes. Now, at first glance, I thought they was the same. But when I kept looking at the Nikes, tried on the Nikes, I realized, oh, Nikes is actually the brand itself is the best brand. That's the real deal. Okay? These were a red pair of Nikes. The knockoffs look damn near identical. But when you put the knockoffs on, you tried the knockoffs on, you walked in the knockoffs, you looked at the quality of the knockoffs, it didn't hold up to the real deal, because it never does. So don't come on here speaking about what you don't know. Don't give me no Picasso, no fake Picasso. I want the real. don't deal in knockoffs. I deal in the real. And I'm going to expose the fakes when I write my book, when I finish writing my book, because the book is actually already written. I'm just making edits. And I just don't appreciate people coming on my channel running their mouth about what they don't know about. Run your mouth about what you actually know regarding Rashida Strober, the dark-skinned activist, and people ripping off my brand. If you actually got some facts behind it, run your mouth about that. Don't come on here running your mouth about what you think just because you're looking at some numbers, because that don't tell the whole story. Numbers do not tell the whole story, people. I know some of y'all naive out there, and these people on YouTube done fooled the hell out of you by buying views and doing all other kind of unscrupulous things to get views, to make people believe that a thing is a thing, but it's not the thing that you think is the thing. You're being fooled. You're being misled. You're being misled. That's your fault. That ain't Rashida Strober's fault. But I'm telling you one thing, I'm pinning it all in my book. I'm pinning it all in my book for my descendants to know the truth of how I brought the topic of dark skin and colorism and darkism to the internet, and they stole and they ripped it off. I'm going to let them know the truth, and they going to carry on the legacy. And there ain't nothing nobody could do to stop that. You can't stop that. You could come on here and run your mouth and type misinformation that are lies and speak on what you don't know on all day, but I got the facts. Goodbye. Out of here. Keep talking. You out of here. You're out of here. Maybe you done went under another account trying to come back on here and type misleading statements and lies. I stand strong. It ain't nothing nobody could do to me to make me bow down. It ain't nothing nobody could do to me to make me stop saying that people stole from me. You're not going to make me do that. That's not how this goes. And again, you don't have the facts. It ain't about no big leagues. That ain't what it is. You don't have the facts. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not talking to the people that know, because there's some people out there that know what it is. They know the real deal. They know the truth. I've interacted with many of you, and I want to thank you, and I want to appreciate your support over the years, because you've been real. And I respect the real ones that know the deal, that know what it is. Okay? I respect y'all. I am not talking to y'all, and I think y'all know this already. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know how much love and respect I got for y'all, and y'all know where I am coming from. This video is not directed to y'all, and y'all know that, but I just want to make sure, because I love my true supporters, and I love my true fans. And I got some out there that's been riders for years. They've been riding with the dark-skinned activists, the woman that brought the colorism and the dark-skinned platform to the internet. Y'all been rocking with me for years, and I'm not going nowhere. And I do this for y'all. I'm here for the long haul. I told y'all, it's nothing that these people could do to stop me, because they stealing from me with their bigger platforms. That ain't gonna stop me. I'm going to keep producing my plays, writing my books. It's going to ride. It's going to keep riding. But in the meantime, I'm also going to call out the people that have plagiarized and stole and ripped off my brand. I ain't going to stop, and it ain't nothing nobody could do to stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time coming up in my chat telling me this, that, and the third that ain't based in. You're wasting your time. I'm going to keep right on going. I'm like the Energizer battery, baby. I keep right on going. I do not stop. Your comments is not going to break me down, because I know that's what they're intended to do. Let's be 100 here. People come up in your chat. People come on your channel. People make videos about you because that's their attempt at intimidation to break you down. You got the wrong one. You can't break me down. Unbreakable. 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 I got the book called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story. There will be a documentary coming. I might even write a play about it. The sky is the limit. But I definitely got the book coming. It's called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story, where I'm going to give you the history of how I invented the first platform. I'm the person that actually gave a damn about dark skin first, and how other people mocked me and jumped on my bandwagon who didn't care about dark skin, but they saw that I made it pop and I took all the hits for it and they stole. I'm going to write about that portion in my book, which I'm working on right now, and I'm going to release the book. You want to be on the waiting list for that book? Go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, baby. Listen, it ain't going to stop. Look out for my Dark Skin Activist tour that I've been doing back in 2006. Before anybody talked about dark skin, even before the dark girls. I've been doing it now. Much as I respect Bill Duke, let's keep that 100. I was doing dark skin activism before Bill Duke. I started in 1998, created the Dark Skin Activist Tour in 2006. We gonna get these facts together. That's how that's gonna go. We gonna get these facts together. And it ain't nobody alive that could stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Hell, the book's already written. Already done. I don't care about celebrities writing a book about dark skin jumping on my bandwagon who ain't give a damn about it before I had to make it pop. I don't care about that. My book's been written, and I'm going to keep writing them. And I'm going to keep performing my play. And I'm going to keep performing my dark skin shows. Nobody's going to stop that. You can't break me. Unbreakable. What? I'm unbreakable, unbendable, unshakable. Call me Rashida Strober, the dark skin activist, unbreakable. Because I keep producing. The book is entitled Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story. And it's telling the true story, not that fake watered down stuff. The true story of how I, for real, invented dark skin activism before the vultures on the internet started talking about colorism and dark skin, and how they stole and ripped off the dark skin activists. I even talk about Cola Booth in the book. Shout out to Cola Booth. She the only one I respect. She the only one that's worthy of respect. And even when I gave her the cosign and the sanction, what they do? They ripped that off and started co-signing and sanctioning Cola Booth. I gave Cola Booth that designation, and I could prove it, because Cola Booth included me in her book, sent me an autographed copy, contacted me. This happened before one of y'all started talking about colorism. Honey, I'm the official one, period. The book don't detail it all. You can't tell me how to feel about being ripped off and plagiarized and stolen from. I'm not flattered. I'm not flattered by people that ain't give a damn about talking about the experiences of dark skin until they saw somebody get bashed and beat down for doing it, and you want to jump on the bandwagon and try to act like you created this and you been doing this because you saw me do it? What? That ain't no. I can't respect it. I can't rock with it. No. No. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that over here. Well, you know what? Don't handle the march. Listen, I can't stop you from doing what you're going to do, because I don't try to stop people. The only time I try to stop somebody from doing what they're going to do if they're doing something illegal or to harm another human being. Never will I co-sign or sanction anyone that wants to harm another person. I'm not about that. I could talk loud. This is my voice. I don't have to apologize to none of y'all. This is how I talk. This is how I give it up. And this delivery is why you talking about dark skin. This delivery, this unique Rashida Strober delivery, is why you even got a lane to speak on colorism. The book is coming out, exposing the truth of how they stole and ripped off my brand, exposing the truth of how YouTube got something to do with it. Yeah, even YouTube got something to do with it. I'm going to talk about all that in my book. I'm going to give y'all the history of why I started dark skin activism, why I'm the first person, before there was YouTube, to focus on dark skin. It wasn't no celebrity. I don't give a fuck about none of them. It wasn't no YouTuber. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth instead of listening to people that don't got no facts about how my views got suppressed. Because you don't know the history of that. You don't have the facts behind that, and I do. And I'm going to tell y'all the history of how these chicks that's my same skin tone did me dirty, and why I don't with them. I don't rock with none of them. It's only a select group that I will ever rock with. Now, of course, I always said these dark-skinned chicks that disagree with me, that plagiarize me, they going to benefit by default from my hard work. I always said that, and lo and behold, I told the truth again. They've disagreed, they plagiarized, but they benefited off of my groundwork, and I don't like it. Because I'm honest. I'm not the type that's finna sit up here and smile and key and look at people that I know that done capitalize off of what I did and be acting like I'm happy. No, you're not gonna get that fake from me. I'm not fake like that. I'm a real one. I'm one of the rare ones that's real. And that's the problem. People are so used to the fake, the frauds, the weave, the fake eyelashes, the makeup. I'm just throwing out some fake stuff. It could be other fake things. The fake grass. Some people put fake grass in their yard. The fake food, processed food. They're so used to the fake that when they run across the real, I'm the real Picasso, they don't know what to do with it. Because they so used to the fake. I had a friend tell me they made somebody a juice, a green juice. A person that is not a vegan, that eats the standard American diet, that eats meat, gave them some green juice, and their body reacted by having to go to the bathroom and release all the toxicity. Do you know why their body reacted like that versus the person that made the green juice who's actually vegan? Is because that person was so used to the toxic fake in their body that when they ran across the real green juice ran that stuff up out of there. The real food, not that fake stuff, not that processed stuff. When they ran that green juice that come from the earth, the plants, and y'all know, the hardcore ones know I'm vegan. I got my almond milk over there and some water, about to take a sip. When that green juice, that pure green juice from the earth, nothing added to it, no fructose, and all these other hard scientific names to pronounce, was added to it. It was straight green juice. That it ran the fake stuff up out of there. Because people ain't used to the real. You ain't used to the real. That's the problem. That's the whole problem. You're not used to what is real. You're used to frauds and fakes. Well, Rashida Strober, I'm real. I always been real. And my realness and my delivery is what got this whole colorism thing popping. I'm going to write a whole play about that. You can't come for me because I'm your mama. I gave birth to you. Anybody talk about colorism? I gave birth to you. Period. Now, like I was saying, if you go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, and make sure you go ahead and become a member, I'm going to be releasing the book and letting everybody know the truth. The book is called Inventing Dark Skin Activism the Rashida Strober story, and I'm gonna tell you all about how I invented this lane, this colorism, dark skin, darkism lane from scratch before anybody, and how people on the internet stole and ripped off my work. And yes, YouTube played a part in that. I'm letting it all hang out in my book. I will not be releasing my stuff for free no more. You got to buy the book. You got to buy that book. No. Don't tell me to skip the book. If I want to write a vegan cookbook and my book Inventing Dark Skin Activism, I could do both. I'm intelligent enough and disciplined enough to do both. I've already written 5 books anyway. Writing a book is not a hard thing for me. It's what I do. Get this story out. The story is going to be told. The documentary soon come. The story of the dark skin activist. The story of the dark skin activist is going to tell the story about how these black folks didn't care about no colorism. They didn't give a damn. Hopped on my bandwagon and stole, even down to the low-down celebrities. Even down to the low-down celebrities. Stole, and I will never sanction or co-sign. Ever. It ain't going to happen. But I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to tell my story in all of its entirety, in its truth. The truth is going to be told. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. The reason why you hollering about dark skin, why you talking about dark skin, why you hollering about colorism, why you talking about colorism. Books coming soon, darkskinactivist.com.